do you want, Dixie? We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And he whips that one incomplete there. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Toss to Harvey, running right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Nix to the air. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Mahomes going to throw. That one taken in by... And it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a second and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Again, it's Pacheco. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Mahomes. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41.
Now it's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. To throw, here's Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
The Broncos, it's 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
18. That's another Broncos first down.
To throw is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 11.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Now a first and 10 at the 11. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, back to Harvey.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a second and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jatavion Sanders, a 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Looks good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chiefs 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season, currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, the Chiefs send out Matt Araiza to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 20.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now a toss left for Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete. fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans who tell the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Nix to the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mahomes going to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he stopped immediately there. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At their 49-yard line.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
This is Dillon on the counter. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down at the 14.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's Nix. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
14 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw. Nix. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Nix. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They give to Dillon out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a yard. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
From the gun, it's Dillon. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 31 yards. And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't matter. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Well, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Nix from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Broncos first down.
Now it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And the Broncos first down. First and goal.
To throw, here's Nix. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Oh, the RP, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Dana.
Third and goal.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
8 yards
From the 43, here's second and a couple.
at the 43-yard line.
Running the toss here to Dillon. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the
To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. Again, it's Harvey. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for Jaleel McLaughlin.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
They're going. It's Nix.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Back to the air with Nix.
He's got it. Touchdown. Jatavion Sanders. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Welcome back now to Denver.
2nd and 5.
And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
A short throw to Ingram. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Nix to the air. The Sanders has got it complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Harvey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Dillon up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Nifty move. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here we go. First and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A.J. Dillon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Denver's offense ready to go again. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's 3rd down and 5. Throwing Nix. He'll try and do this himself. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Here's 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Broncos first.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On the pickup. It's second.
Here's 2nd and 8.
The Chiefs 34
A short throw to Ingram. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Second down and 10.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Complete to number 1, Evan Ingram. That's a gain of 6.
Nix looking to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And they'll start this this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now Dillon on the inside give. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 118 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. A give for Dillon running right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Hey, 57, 57. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. They go screen with Dillon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Rice. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A line ball here, remember. So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Nix.
39-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Goes 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Nix. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on 1st down. That's taken in by Franklin. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to 1 possession game at the end, That's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.